Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Abiola Adediran, fondly called Biola Flow, a private wealth expert and family business advisor of nearly 2 decades. And on this channel, we talk about everything on wealth creation, how to grow and preserve your wealth for future generations. Today, we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for so many professionals and entrepreneurs alike: breaking free from paycheck to paycheck circle. If you've ever felt like no matter how hard you're working, you're just spinning your wheels financially, then this video is for you. Trust me, I've been there and I know how exhausting it can be. But here's the good news: you can actually break out of this circle, and I'm here to show you just how to do that. Before we do that, if you're new to my channel and you would like to see more of this type of content, please subscribe and share this video with your network. Now let's dive into the conversation. First, let's talk about why the paycheck to paycheck cycle happens. It's not always about how much money you're making. It's about how much of that money you are actually keeping. So here are some common reasons why people stay stuck in this cycle. Number one thing is lifestyle inflation. As your income grows, your expense is growing even faster. Number two is lack of a budget. If you don't know where your money is going, it's hard for you to control it. Number three is debt traps. High interest loans, credit cards can actually eat up most of your paycheck. And number four is no emergency fund. One unexpected expense can actually throw your entire financial plan off track. Now, if any of this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Let's move on and talk about how we are going to fix it. The first step to breaking the cycle is clarity. You can't fix what you can't see. And here's how to get started. You have to start by tracking your income and your expenses. Write down every single line of income that you earn and what you spend money on a monthly basis. Even the coffee that you buy or your subscriptions, everything. Write everything down. You can use apps like Mint, Pocket Guard, or just your Google Sheet to make your tracking easy. Next step is to categorize your cash outflows, all the money that goes out of your bank account, whether it's for needs, for your wants, for savings, for debt repayment, whatever that is. You just have to capture everything, write it all down. Next, you have to then set a monthly budget. Follow the 50-30-20 rule. 50% going into your needs, 30% for your wants, and 20% into your savings or debt repayment. If you earn like 200,000 naira monthly, for instance, you can allocate 100,000 to cover your needs, 60,000 to cover your wants, and then 40,000 for your savings or for debt repayment. Step two is then to build an emergency fund. An emergency fund is like your financial safety net. That's what keeps you from falling deeper into debt when unexpected expenses hit. And here's how to build one. Set a goal. Aim for at least 6 months of your essential expenses. If your monthly needs are, say, 150,000, then you need to have about 900,000 saved. Then go ahead and start small. Open a separate account for this purpose so that you can automate a portion of your paycheck, as little as 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira, to be saved there on a monthly basis. Another thing you can do is to sell the things you don't need. Declutter your home, sell things you don't need on Gigi, on Facebook marketing and other platforms. The goal is for us to build gradually without feeling overwhelmed. Next step is for you to then think about what expenses you can cut. Avoid lifestyle inflation. It's time to control your spending as much as possible. Look at all your bills. What can you negotiate? Call your service providers, your vendors. Ask for discount. If you don't ask, you never know what is possible. Look at all your subscriptions as well. Which ones are you not using? You don't have any business with 3 streaming services, for instance. Probably not. So think about cutting some of that. Another thing to look at also is to consider eating from home or cooking your food as opposed to buying food at home. So you have to think about how to control your spending as much as possible. If you get a raise at work or you earn extra income, Just think about how you're going to invest that extra income instead of spending it. And next, you have to think about increasing your income as well. If cutting back on your expense is not cutting it, then you have to think of how to expand. Monetize your skill. Are you good with writing? Are you good with tutoring, baking? Turn it into a side hustle. Consider freelancing platforms like Fiverr, like Upwork to start earning an extra income. Think also about digital products. You can create ebooks, courses, templates that you can actually sell. And for entrepreneurs, you have to focus on scaling your business and diversifying your income streams or building out your product portfolio. For professionals, consider negotiating a raise at work or take certification courses that can boost your earning potential. The next step is for you to also think about your high interest debt if you're paying debt. Debt is one of the biggest culprits that keep people in the paycheck to paycheck circle. And here's how to tackle that. List out all your debts. Write them down in the order of the ones that have the highest interest rate to the ones that have the minimum interest rate or the lowest interest rate. Then choose a repayment plan that works for you to be able to pay it off quickly, starting with the one that has the highest interest. Also consider refinancing some of them if that is possible. But most importantly, make sure you're not getting into new debts. Take your credit cards away, except it is for an emergency. Next step is for you to automate your savings and your investments. Finally, you need to make savings and investments effortless by automating it. Just set up automatic transfers on your account so it goes into your savings account every payday. Consider investing consistently. Use platforms like Cowrywise, Optimus, there are many of them, Piggyvest. Make sure you're investing regularly, even if it's a small amount. Set it aside, automate it so that it goes out of your account and you don't have the temptation of spending it instead of saving. Breaking free from paycheck to paycheck is not easy. I can tell you that it's not, but it's 100% possible. It just starts with small intentional steps. Remember that wealth creation is not a marathon. It is a sprint. So take that first step today. Track your spending, set up your budget, start building that emergency fund. If this video resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical financial tips and share your thoughts with me in the comments. Together, we will build the financial freedom we all deserve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.